into a situation like this to quiet those other voices, what we're supposed to look like, how we're supposed to dress, what we're supposed to eat, what our weight is supposed to be. I mean, it's just ridiculous. All the different things that society thinks they get to have an opinion about in our lives. And I just want to be authentically me. So hopefully this will give me a chance to quiet some of those voices and maybe even be able to hear my own. Let's go. I'm also going to stop at this bulletin board, which is very helpful. See if there's anything here about trail closures. Stop exploring. Christmas in the park. Let's see what we got. Here we have a map. This is the lake. There's like 800 miles of shoreline in the park that spans many counties throughout the state, and we will not be doing all of that today. So we are basically in this area, and let's see what we can find. We got some of the history of the building of Norris Sam, and the park was built by CCC, and then that was in the 30s, and we are very grateful for that. All right, emergency contact, learn before you burn, no closures, posted. Okay, let's take a walk and see what we can find. Okay, so we're getting started. We found a little parking area here at the Tea Room, which is kind of like a public event center that the park has. It's also a historic building built by the CCC, and has definitely hosted greats like Eleanor Roosevelt. So, still haven't seen any posted signs, and I'm going to hope it stays that way. We are pretty much in the heart of the park, and I hope that's a good sign for us. The park does meet up with what is the Norris Watershed, which is not exactly part of the park, and that's where I'm afraid the hunting is taking place, and the trail that I'm headed to, that's the boundary. I'm not really confident. There we go. Gunshots. We're off to gunshots again. Just warms the heart, doesn't it? We all feel safe right now. I don't know. But look how beautiful it is out here. I'm going to turn you around and let you see all of this. So we're going to pass through the cabin area. So we've just got this cabin here behind us, and they're kind of all around. You can kind of get a view of some of the park there. Yeah. So I'll let you have the better view. How's that? Doesn't appear to be a lot of people staying in the cabins today. So the park is very quiet. Minus gunfire. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out with that, peace and solitude and hearing my own thoughts. But hey, we're outside. we're getting to walk in the woods. There's that. Same information as before. Let's see. Anything about any closings? Another map here, good reference. This is a map of the state of Tennessee. And for those of you who aren't familiar with this extremely long state, we are in East Tennessee. And let's see. So this area here would be Middle Tennessee. This is Nashville area. And then as we move on over into some of these areas, this is the Cumberland area. Here we are in Anderson. This is the lake. You can see this up here. Takes up a really good portion of the map there, considering. But yeah, that's where we are. Come see us. Looks like we've got Lakeview Trail, Carrie's Revenge. I have a feeling somebody took a header on a mountain bike. That's how they got that name. It's a very steep grade. Done that one. And I'm tempted to do this route because I love walking along the lake. But what I found is so does everybody else. So I think we're going to take a different route. We may come back that way. I'm going to take this Jeep Trail, logging road, maintenance road, whatever you want to call it, and continue the climb. All right, let's do this. So we've reached the crest of the hill. Thank goodness. I thought my heart was going to explode. I guess that high intensity interval training I do every morning is not a substitute for the real deal. Note taken. I want to point out the orange blaze behind me. That's marking High Point Trail in Norris State Park. So we're going to follow the orange blaze. And again, I've done this trail before, so we probably will veer off on different little fingers of trails along the way and probably do a loop. This is not going to be try to do a 20-mile hike or anything like that today. I just want to wear myself out a little bit, find a place to sit down and listen. We might even have lunch. As I've contemplated that, there's a possibility that I brought the wrong stove for my ramen, as I don't think there's an igniter on this one, and I can't remember if I have any fire source in my pack. Well, we shall see. An interesting little turn of events. You can't get everything right. That's what makes it fun, right? All right, let's keep going. So I wanted to take a minute and check out some of the new additions the park has put in with some of the additional funds that have come in since COVID. and I love these. This is a very well-traveled, not only a hiking trail, but mountain bike trail. So we have the regular bike stand, but these are wonderful little service stations that they've put in. You have tools that you might need to service your bike, a pump for your tires. It's even set up these bars up here at the top that you can hang your bike from the seat post to work on it. And I just think that is phenomenal that the park has done that for the people using these trails. We have some additional benches that have gone in. These are usually donated by patrons and usually in memory of loved ones who love the park. And, so we are at a trailhead, and I'm on High Point. So we have a choice. We can continue on the service road. We can take High Point Spur, which is just a little offshoot of High Point, or we can take High Point to the lake. And I think we may stay closer to the lake and follow our orange blaze, because I think going this way is going to take us more into the watershed and possible harm's way. So this looks like a good deal. Let's do it. So I've come up on this fallen debris in the trail, and I thought this was like something out of a fantasy story. Like, it looks like the sword and the Triton have clashed, and this is where they have fallen. And couldn't ask for a better day than this. About kind of the upper 40s Fahrenheit. Beautiful sun. I hope you can see pretty clearly coming through. I love hiking in the winter, fall, late fall, because it just seems like it opens up the forest. Another gunshot. Took a picture earlier. Back there, they did have a no hunting sign within 100 yards of the road trail. It was, however, facing the trail and not the woods, so I'm not certain that's going to translate to whoever's on the other side. But I mean, man, look at this. I'm gonna even look at the sky. Look at that. Just incredible. Yeah, this will cure what ails you. I don't remember if there are any, or what is on this actual trail. But there are some massive, massive trees. Something else that you get to enjoy on this trail. Looks like a horse passed by quite recently. Little horse poo. That's the wonderful thing about this park. You can ride bikes, you can ride horses, you can bring your dog, you can hike. There's designated camping areas. I think there's, at least now, I think they've added 3 primitive backcountry sites that are on my agenda. I've camped in the primitive campground, camped in the semi-primitive campground, and I've stayed in the cabins here. and hands down, just a wonderful, wonderful experience. So hopefully I'll get to take you along on some of those adventures as well. I do have a winter camping adventure coming up just before Christmas, and that'll be fun because I am probably one of the most cold-natured people on the planet. Like, I did mention this, in the upper 40s today, beautiful sun, and I'm wearing 3 winter layers. Normally I'd have on a hat and gloves. So winter camping's going to be a true adventure. Let's see. Okay, so I just passed another hiker on the trail. Just awe-inspiring. I think this solo hiker, this woman, at minimum in her 70s. And definitely, she's headed uphill and she's kicking my rear. Her pace, just amazing. So, leaves rustling, a few chickadees, meep, 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 meep. Perfection. Passed another hiker and a dog. I could relate to the dog. Happy, happy trot. Wag of the tail. I guess I'm a dog today. Also noticed that everyone I've seen out here today has been traveling in the opposite direction. Doesn't mean I'm going the wrong way. I'm just going my own way. Man, look at this. Just beautiful. Just get outside. Make it happen. Ooh, steep. I don't know if the camera can pick this up from here. Turn around. Not quite. So that view back there, that's the lake. You gotta get it. That's what I mean. Get out here in this time of year and you can just see for forever. Beautiful. Yeah, much rather you see where we're going and how beautiful it is than look at my mug. Because of High Point Trail and Scenic Cove Trail. Yeah, let's do this. Sign. Share this with you. You can see that. There we go. Tennessee Department of Conservation boundary marker. Cool. You're gonna see this. I just randomly stopped on the trail to remember to hydrate a little bit. I'd not been doing a very good job of that on this hike. And so I'm just standing here, taking a chug of water and look up. And what a gem. You gotta see this. I gotta go closer. I don't think, I gotta watch the light or I won't be able to see it. Get past it here. See if that helps. Right under it. Let's see if I can. See it picking it up. Oh, there it is. You guys see that? Look at that. Let me get back here. Let's see now. There it is. Right there. You see that? I mean, it's just dangling by one little tiny little stick, a little twig. I mean, they've all already gone. They would be empty by this point in the season. Man, I wish you could see how intricate, how delicate, beautiful hornet's nest. Yeah, wow. It's just beautiful. How do you think that got there? It just grow up in there, get pushed up, or somebody put that in there? It's sure not coming out now. Wow. We've made it to a part of the trail that parallels the lake. It's just a stunning view to be nestled up here in the arms of the forest and just look out over all of that expanse of water. That's the thing I love about living in this area. You get both worlds. You get the water and the mountains. I've lived in other places, flat places. If that's your thing, hey, I get it, it's beautiful. But I felt like part of my soul was dying, like a piece of me was missing. I couldn't breathe. It doesn't have to be Appalachia. I've seen some other really beautiful mountains, but this is home. I mean, look at that. Just look. You just have it all. goes up, up, up. Stunning. This little guy's just gonna sit there and watch me. Chipmunks are some of my favorites. They usually skedaddle, they don't usually stick around. That's pretty good. Showing off his racing stripes. Oh, there we go. So I don't know if you can see this very well, but I love this tree. It's little river birch, I believe, or beech. I think it's a river birch. Ah, they used to have a plaque on it. I'll have to look it up, but way up here, there's this fungus, or it's not really a burl. Growing out of the side is yellow, kind of fungi. It's as big as a basketball. You can't see how big this tree is. It's just massive. Old tree. Get up here. Bit of a difficult stretch. I'll give some perspective here. There's some perspective. How big this tree is. It's just massive. I mean, I'm not a small person. I'm not huge, but I'm 5'6", and not a small woman. Probably. This giant tree fell over, took a sign with it. You can see it's all the way down to the water. Giant root ball just completely took off side of the trail. How cool. This is new since the last time I was here. The original trail that I'm used to has been closed off, but it looks like they've just put in a parallel trail. Still going to meander around along the lake. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm losing some daylight on this side of the mountain. Here we are. It's just there, just above the ridge line. So, but we're close. No danger of being out in the dark. But just know whenever you come out to parks like this that these kinds of things are going to happen. Whether it's slides like the tree that uprooted part of the trail, or trees down, or just needing to let the forest recuperate from years of travel. There may be some changes. The map may not be 100% accurate. And in the case of Norris, they put in a lot of new trails, and I'm not sure the map has been able to keep up. So let's see what's new. You hear these little squeaks along every now and then. Those are the chipmunks. A lot of times they get mistaken for birds, but they're little chipmunks. Okay, I'll put the camera up. This is very rocky, loose rock under a lot of down leaves. It's making the walk a little more difficult. This is the other end of that closed trail. Try to get a shot here so you can tell how steep that grade is that they put stairs in. And it was quite a feat to get up and down that. That was not one of the aspects of the trail I ever looked forward to. So this little new trail that they put in that I just came up, being new, it doesn't feel quite as stable, but definitely easier. It cuts the grade off so that you're slowly climbing the mountain instead of literally crawling on your hands and knees. So, all right, that's a win. So this hike is quickly coming full circle. We got our little bit of sunlight peeping over the ridge. So we're gonna make it. I'm already not wanting to go. Just wanting to linger. Just stunning. Well, we made it out. Back at the cabins. Whew, we just came out of tall timber. So I was mistaken earlier. We were not at the end of Carrie's Revenge, although it seemed very fitting. That was just the bottom of Lakeview Trail. All right, back to the cabins in the park on our way home. Okay, we've made it back to the Jeep. Couldn't have asked for a better day. I think it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so I have a plan for that too. Today didn't go the way I had planned, which is usually how that works. There were a couple of things missing today. My intentions were to walk until I had cleared my mind, and I wanted to find a nice place to just sit and listen and be still. And I didn't stop. Thinking about that, I know I need that quiet. I know I'm looking for that quiet. Today just wasn't enough time. I need to make more time for myself, more time to get real. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I know I need that in my soul. I can just, you just hunger for it. So I didn't find my silence. I didn't find 100% my voice. I could hear that whisper. But I didn't really have anyone else's voice playing in my head. There were no core beliefs. There were no social pressures, no expectations. All of that got left behind. So that's a win. It was a great hike. My morning workouts are paying off. It started out kind of rough, but I think once I worked through that initial lactic acid, the rest of the hike was beautiful, strong. Maybe I'm back. This was a good start. This feels good. whatever this journey is going to be, it's going to be fun. I guess we'll have to see what happens next. See you then. Bye for now.